Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dallas, and for everybody that has been here since the beginning, I am glad to have you back. So today's video is me unloading some calves. I loaded these out in California and unloaded them in Texas. So this video is going to have some commentary. I'm just going to post the video with no commentary and it's just raw. I'll have that linked in the description for you. So I'm going to kind of just describe what I'm doing here. Right off the bat, this back part of the trailer, it's called the back step. And on the back step here, I've got, if I remember right, I have 16 head. And here off to the left, I've got a calf just kind of sitting on his legs. I'm going to leave him alone. I'll let him get up on his own free will. I'll just be careful when I get in the back here not to push the other cattle on top of him. The reason I'm not going for him directly on the left is because the door is on the driver's side of the trailer. So if I come into the left side of your screen, I'll end up pushing the cattle into the right corner there, and then I'll have to work them around again through another 90-degree angle, and that's really frustrating. One other thing I know it'll get brought up, I'm not using my hot shot to tase them. I left my yellow rattle paddle at the Wilcox livestock auction in Wilcox, Arizona when I loaded all those bulls a couple weeks ago. I just haven't been able to go buy a new one. I'm really upset about it because those yellow ones are tough to find. What you're actually hearing is not electricity or anything like that. You're just hearing the wires inside of the hot shot bounce back and forth, and that's what's creating that tapping sound you're hearing. So I'm just using it as a way to move the cattle around and also I also whistle a little bit. So that's what's going on there. So let's get unloaded here. If you notice, the audio quality is really awesome today. I finally get to use my new microphones that I bought these things like 3 months ago. So finally get to put them to good use in a new format. So back step, let's get on it. Come on. Come on. Come on. One thing you got to remember is that this is a new environment for these calves. They've never been transported before. New feedlot, new state, new air, humidity, temperature, everything. It's all new. So you may think they'd want to just scramble off as quick as they can to get water, but they're still skittish. Everything's just new. It's as frustrating for them as it is for me. Belly next, right? Okay. That's a bad spot. Okay, so as you just saw, I just opened the floor panel to the back step here, opened the gate. And what we're looking at is the first pen in the belly of the trailer. This pen, I have 15 cattle in it. My pens are different sizes. The front one's a little bigger, so I put one extra in the front and one less in the back. The total length of the belly is about 25 feet. You know, I've got my center gate right now closed. With calves, you always cut your center gate. The exit out of the belly is directly in the center of the trailer, so it really doesn't matter which side of the calves I walk on, but you can see that some of them are facing here, this right wall. So I'm just going to kind of walk off to the right. I generally prefer to walk off to the right of the cattle. I'm left eye dominant, so it helps me see what I'm doing better. So just going to get in there, just work these around, tap them on their backs with my the tip of the hot shot and just coax them off and get them going. Everybody that hauls livestock has their own method, their own way of doing it, and this is just what works for me. You know, if you get into this, you'll figure out what works for you, your comfort level, but I tend to be a little more energetic about it, and I'll just get right in there and just have a good time. Okay, so first pen is empty. Got my cut gate open. You can tell this cut gate's different than the one on the top deck. This cut gate I can split into two pieces when I haul pigs or day olds or like goats or sheep. I won't get much into that, but the next video coming out after this one is me with a load of pigs, because I got some pigs going on. And we'll go real in depth into how all of that stuff works. Process is the same as it was in the first pen. Just gonna go walk those calves around and, you know, run them off. I did notice that this one right here has a really cool heart-shaped white spot on the front of his head. Every now and then you just get these awesome little color patterns with these calves. I think my favorite's when their hoofs are white. They got little white socks on them. It's just funny. Okay, so what I'm opening here, we call this a bull gate or just a side gate. The purpose for this gate is to keep the calves, cattle, pigs from falling off of the ramp when they come down the ramp. I don't want them to fall off and they get stuck under the ramp or freak out or break a leg or things like that. It's as much for the protection and safety of the equipment as it is for the animals. So we're going to open up this gate. It'll set into place. It's got a bar that keeps it sturdy, and then I'm going to pull out the floor ramp, open up the door up here right above my head, and then we'll just move on and start up top. So I did warn you, there was going to be commentary on this. There's a lot of stuff that I do and take into consideration when I unload or load these trailers. So a couple things up here in the top. Again, I'm going to enter the top here to the right. This is less about me seeing out of my left eye and more about the fact that the door to exit is on the left side of the trailer, driver's side. And if I come in right here on the driver's side wall, I'll end up pushing the cattle into this passenger side wall corner, and then I got to work them around another 90-degree angle. Now, because the top deck, you know, I've got my jail in a 3/4 position, which you'll see, here shortly. The cattle can't really see down the ramp and out of the back door that I opened at the very beginning of the video that I walked in. So they're going to be a little skittish. So this first compartment here, I always tend to have to just go ahead and split these cattle in half. So there's 15 up top. So I'll try to push half of them down first and then go for the next half. And you know, I don't mind just getting right in the middle of the animals. I signed up to do this, it's what I like to do, and it doesn't bug me. There are some calves that I won't do this with because they will not treat you nicely, but these are feedlot calves. They've been around humans since they were born, and they're extremely comfortable with you.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Hip, hip. Come on. Hey. There you go. Hip, 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 hip.
So that first pen, they went down really nice and smooth. I'm going to go ahead and just focus on the second pen here in the top deck. As you can see there, that cut gate, it's a little bit of a different style of a gate because I don't have a third rail for the top deck of this trailer. These calves, they're ready to go, and I'm ready to get them off. This is a very good example here of what I mean when I say that I cut the herd in half. I've got my first section of calves here. I'm going to push them down independently of the back ones. If I try to do all 16 at the same time, they'll just bunch up, they'll run into the passenger side corner, and they could even break a leg, which I've had happen before. If you watch the video without commentary, you'll see that I can get these cattle off the trailer extremely quick. And that's just after years of experience. I know how hard I can push with different breeds of animal. And with these guys, you just got to cut them in half sometimes because there's nothing worse than having a broken leg on a calf.
Come on, up. Get.
Okay, so let's focus on the jail next. So we call it the jail or the doghouse. It's the upper portion of the back step. My back step is unique. I can fold it down 3/4 or half or full. So what that means is these panels right here, they fold down. So right now it's sitting in a L shape, and that is 3/4. So I've got the same amount of calves on the back step as I do in the nose. What I mean is, in the jail, I can fit the same amount of calves in the jail as I fit in the front of my nose. So there's 10 back here. They rode real nice and comfy. So I'm just going to stand here on the wall and some of these rails here on the wall, and I'm just going to push them out and then climb back up there, and I might have to chase a couple of them out because they're just being stubborn.
Hey, come on. Come on. Get. Hey, come on, up. Hey. Come on, up. Come on, up. Hey. Up. Come on.
So just so there's no confusion, these are the same calves that came out of the jail. And again, same simple process. Gonna walk down here the right side of the wall because the door is on the left, and just gonna walk them out.
Yep. Hey. 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 Come on up. Come on up. Get out of there.
Awesome. So what we're looking at now is the nose of the trailer. In my nose I have a floor that can raise and lower, and so I can double deck the calves or smaller cattle in my nose. So right now these are the first portion of the nose on the upper part of the deck, and they usually come out nice and easy. I may have to go in there and chase one of them out. It's a lot easier when you have your paddle, but I got to replace my paddle. Is what it is.
Let's go, little fella. Come on, up, up, up.
Well, would you look at that? These two calves must have had the same daddy. Okay, so before I close the little ramp here that the calves walk down, I need to lift up a piece of the deck floor here, so that way I don't have any issues with it and the calves can come out of the bottom portion nice and easy.
Wow, that's pungent.
So what I was referring to was the ammonia. There's a lot of ammonia in cow urine, and you know, after so much with poor airflow, or especially in that corner, it gets pretty bad, and I can just smell it really strong. And after, you know, recovering from being sick, that hasn't been helping. So what we're looking at here now is the calves in the bottom portion of the nose. So they're going to be a little bit more frustrating. That it's always the case. They don't know what's going on. They can't see the other cattle walking out. So I'll just, rather than wait 5 minutes for them to come out, it's not my style. I'm just going to get in there and do my job and run these cattle out.
Come on, little buddy. Let's go.
Okay, we're just about done with this unloading video. I'm going to run these cattle down the chute. I'm going to say that here as soon as this freeze frame is over. This place was real nice enough to let me show you how we run the cattle onto a scale, because once they get unloaded, they don't go straight to, you know, a pen to start getting fed. They got to get weighed first. Now, I will say, I unloaded these in a, you know, undisclosed location in Texas, and a lot of you that watch these videos, you may be interested in them. You may know some of these places, and I would ask that you follow the unwritten and holy rule of never revealing where we go. Respect the privacy of these businesses. If I see a comment that says, "Oh, I know where that is, it's here," I'm gonna delete it. Fair warning.
Awesome. These guys here are awesome, so they're gonna let me show you what we do once we get them off the trailer. They go straight to a scale, so off to the scale. I'm gonna push them on. Come on, come on. Hey, hey. Come on, up, 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 up. Hey, hey, hey. We got water waiting at the other end of this. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, dude. Come on, yeah. Come on, up, up. Get them on the scale, close the gate.
Okay, folks, that wraps this up. Once these cattle are on that scale and weighed out, they are out from under my control, and you know, they belong to the responsibility of the feedlot. So they're gonna go ahead and take them to a pen and get them, you know, fed and water, feed them up to the weight they want, and then you know, I make them pick them back up again and take them off to a packing plant. Circle of life. Again, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this new format. I don't know if I'll do this every time, but you know, it just depends on what your response is. Again, if you recognize any of these places I go to, I do ask in any of the videos that you know, respect their privacy and don't, you know, mention where they're at. And obviously it kind of, you know, sounds a little, it's oxymoronic considering the fact that I am recording and making YouTube videos, but everything that I post and everything I do, I get permission to do before I do it. Nothing is done in secret. And I always let them know that I will never reveal or talk about where I go and what I do, and I ask that you follow the same rule that I do. So any comments that may talk about these places like that, it's going to get murked. All there is to it. Everybody, thank you for watching and for subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you need to reach out to me for any reason or contact me, I've set up an email. It's reachouttodallas@gmail.com. And I don't check my email, you know, every single day, but you know, channel's getting bigger and I'm sure people want to send me emails. It'll be the simplest way to get a hold of me in a confidential way rather than maybe a comment, you know. That about sums it up for today, so I look forward to making the next video for you guys. Peace.